James Dominic, tell me about the Mirae Asset Global Great Consumer Fund.
Greg, the Mirae Asset Global Great Consumer Fund is a fund that leverages the growth of emerging market consumption by investing in both developed market and emerging market companies that we think are best poised to benefit disproportionately relative to their peers from the growth of the emerging market middle class consumer. If you look at the long-term economic growth profile globally, we think the most important structural trend is the rise of the emerging market consumer and the middle class consumer within that. And we think this fund is a great way for investors to participate in that growth.
And how do you pick stocks? Is it mostly American companies that do well in emerging markets, or is it local companies in the emerging markets that, that are catering to their own?
It's a good mix of both. What we've done is we try to identify global leaders and local winners. So we think that there's categories where you want to be invested in the global companies that can leverage their brand, their scale, their differentiation and innovation in these emerging markets and gain those consumers. But there's also categories where you need to have that type of local knowledge, the distribution, and your margins and returns are going to be better by investing in local companies. So we really take that approach of having a balanced global winners and local winners.
Now, Americans are great consumers. We're
Yes.
professionals. But what you hear about the emerging markets is that they don't consume that much. They like to export, they like to save. Are they changing their ways?
Yeah, it's interesting. What we're seeing is a changing dynamic from emerging market consumers. So from an economic standpoint overall, they're changing from an export-driven economy to a consumption-driven economy. And while previous generations might have been large savers relative to the United States, the younger demographic, which is a much larger demographic in these emerging markets, are much higher consumers than their predecessors. So we think there's a real rapid acceleration of the consumer economy there.
They've been watching a lot of American movies and TVs.
Absolutely. The $17 billion that Coke spent in the last 2 years on advertising is flowing through.
There you go. Finally, which market in particular do you think is going to be the best for you? Is it China? Is it Brazil? Where are they spending the most?
Yeah, absolutely. China obviously has got the largest amount of new consumers coming online in the next decade. But emerging markets overall are all set to add to this giant consumption trend. So for us, it's China first, and then everything else is poised to be very, very additive for us.
This market is
Stock pickers market.
Stocks have rallied this year.
We're coming into a Monday where we're going to